Hello guys, and welcome to this live on YouTube. I was on Twitch and I finally decided to stop and coming back here on YouTube. So basically we are going to continue a little bit this Kickstarter app, and I have created, let me show you in XD, there we go, in my, yes, down there, I have worked on a full template about actually the app that I'm going to create, and it's going to be called Welcome Baby. So it's some kind of Kickstarter for newborns, and I'm going to work on this right away. So there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to do again. So what we did last time, is that we created this Kickstarter app, so I can click on login there, and there will be a page discover, etc, etc. So right now I'm going to I'm going to continue this way, and I think I'm going to get back on start a project, and here I got the page for the new baby. But before that I want to install a language system, so I'm going to try to install Vue 18N, sorry about that. So I'm going to click on that. So go to get started and JavaScript, okay. Installation. Okay, cool, let's do that. Let's try to do it. So a check, and in main.js I'm going to use yes, which will be there, app.use yes, and then we will have there. Okay, and it's going to be just after something. Okay, so down there I will add check. I will add, what can I add? Okay, get started, message from syntax. Okay, cool. Okay, interpolation with mustache. Yes, I remember that. So how does it work? We're supposed to create, okay, set local messages. I think we have to push messages inside. Okay, so local will be actually, yes, English. Okay, then in messages we should have this. So what I have to do is to create a, well, actually normally we can make it in public, but what I want to do is maybe, okay, let's put, normally I would put the lang folder into the source folder, but sometimes you can put it also in public. So I'm going to put lang there, and there will be an english.json. Okay, and there will be home actually, and in home there will be a title, and oh, that's cool. Tab 9 is very, very useful. If you don't know that that extension, it's called Tab 9. It's amazing, this one. It's amazing. It's just AI to autocomplete what you want to put. So let's put home, title home, and let's switch. Let's create one with a French language, and let's put accueil. Accueil. All right, now we got to import our languages from the public folder and put them into messages, if I remember well. As you see, we've got messages there. There was an autocomplete. Did you see? Yeah, that's so cool. So let's use this instead, and we require the locals. Okay, okay. So basically we can move that, put locals there, and it's going to be English for English.json. And then it's going to be French for this one. So let's put that yarn dev. Okay, cool. So now it's running. Ah, there's a bug. What's happening? Require is not defined. Ah, okay. Okay, so I can import fr from, it's not assets, it's going to be more, it's going to be locals. Okay, cool. And then it's going to be English from English, and basically English should be first. So I'm going to put English there and just English, and then fr, and so now it's supposed to be internationalized. So if I get back on my first here, what I can do is I want to put, it's not in my app, it's in my component header that I've created. Check. And if you got any question, you can ask me. We are real time. Just put your question into the chat or say hi. It would be cool. It would be very nice. So now I got message there. And how you grab it? You grab it by using, okay, double curly brackets with a T. So here I got this. Let's say that I'm going to put that on my title. And actually it's going to be home.title. And I think it's going to work. Okay, it doesn't work for some reason. Well, I'm going to try to start again. I don't know why it wouldn't work. We would have the hello. Okay, Kickstarter app, it's still written. Where is it? Ah, gosh, my bad. Sorry, guys. Sorry. It's supposed to be here. Kickstarter app. I still didn't change. Okay, I got home. So what I want to do, I want to switch from a language to another one. So what I can do is that, okay, home. Okay, cool. And now I'm going to create this little button to switch. So installation. Fallbacking, custom directive, localized scope, custom directive, components, it's not going to be there, Titos, messages, there we go. Yes, I see. The slot action. I don't know if it's a question of URL or something like this, but let's see. Message function, support locals. Yes, local. As you see here, we had the answer of the beginning of this live. Yes, that's good. So we have a function set y. I don't think it's this one, message function. Greetings. Yeah, that's cool. Hello name. Okay, he's going to return this. That's really cool. Okay, we're gonna try to change this. Car approvals, something. Composition API. With the composition API legacy, you must set legacy to use set to false. Okay, there we go. We have to use a legacy set to false with I18N directly. So I don't know if it's going to change dynamically or not. Hello to the new viewers that arrive. I hope you are doing well. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is to change the language there with Vue I18N default. Okay, cool. Datetime formatting is the same. Global scope, local changing. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. So we have to set up the local like this. So I'm going to start by creating a button, and this button is going to be called local. So this setup class local. Okay, and basically here in this button I'm going to put all the locales that are available, so English and French, and we will switch between those two locales there. So I'm going to get back up there, and instead of having this discover, I'm going to put my local view. So I put local there and local from local view. Okay, cool. So now I got my button, and what I want to have is a select that I'm going to do with Tailwind. So if the user select, there we go. Okay, they say user select, but there's no, okay, select, okay, all right. So what I'm going to say is that on my local, just up there, okay, no, I don't want to have this. What I want to have up there is a list of locals, so I can create const locals, which will be a ref, which will be actually an array. So basically the ref here didn't work. No, not ref new, not this one too. Okay. Ref, okay, it doesn't want to make it. So I'm going to put that. It's my new, yes, ref from Vue, yes. It's tab 9. I just installed tab 9 and I have some trouble with it. And there, of course, I want to have a ref. Okay, all right. And inside I would have, yes. Look at that. That's amazing. Espanol. Yes, let's put Espanol, and then does he makes French as a third one? All right, German. Maybe later. That's so cool. That's so cool. Tab 9. If you don't have it, just install tab 9. It is just finding everything you want to have. So select. Okay, cool. French comes third crazy. Hello, Ozarus. I hope you are doing well. French comes third crazy. Select. Oh my god, look at this. Oh la la. V model, which will be later our local that we import. That's cool. So local.label, oh la la, that's a game changer. Is Copilot better than Time9 in terms of auto-completion? Well, honestly, I didn't try Copilot, but I heard very good things about it. But I also heard a lot of people hating Copilot, to be honest, Osiris. So I don't know, but I'm just starting using Time9. I know it since a long time, but I like to write all my code. And to be honest, my friend, Time9 is just crazy for me. Crazy. So let's get back on this stuff. So we're supposed to have this local, which will be here. Let's see if we have local. No. Is local available? vModel, yeah, of course. I'm going to put the vModel just after. So as we see, I got an error. So I got to import, I guess, use this with n, okay. Okay, it doesn't import. No, it's not ref, and what we want to have, and I think it's from Vue, it is, okay. It's supposed to work this way. I'm not really sure. Okay, as you see, we've got a computed property down there. So here is, can we get a value of, okay, we got the value. So do we have a set function? Okay, we don't have a set function, but So let me look at the example. What I like is that I like documentation, but I like to deep dive into libraries and stuff like this, you know, because I like to understand everything that is happening. They say that you just have to keep local value to this. So so here, do we put the select the V model on the option, or do we put it on the, let's say that on change? So on select, okay, and it's not here, sorry. I'm doing shit. On select, we're gonna push what? We're gonna push local dot, well, actually it's local dot local. It's very dumb. It's very dumb what I did. We shouldn't have key local. We shouldn't have local this way. We should have, actually I'm not going to put local there. I'm going to put code. And I want to push local.code, okay, and on select I'm going to create this function, okay, with the code, and I'm going to console log, okay. I think that I get conflicts between tab 9 and all my console log code. Okay, cool. So here I click and it doesn't work. So maybe it's on input. I never remember this stuff about the select. So sometimes I'm a bit dumb, you know. View free select, because most of the time I never use, I use Tailwind, but I use components made with Tailwind. So yes, I remember view select, but that's not what I want. On select maybe. Yes, I think on select, maybe on change. Yes, I was wrong I was right at first, I think. Let's try this and just click. Okay, cool. And on select, okay. And I think on select here, I would have a value or an event. Yeah, as you see here, I got my event there. And I can just put my, actually I put V, but it's E target.value. Okay, and it takes actually the label there, and that's not what I want. What I want is to get the code. All right, so on change select. So let me look at that quickly, because I think I'm always doing this. It's easy to do, but I think there's a better solution, you know. I think there's a better solution to catch just what we want to catch. Select catch option, and how to get the text of the selected option using Vue.js. And they will talk about on change. So I got my value. Yeah. So the thing is, I think it was this. The value I want to push, I think that's the best way to do. The value we want to push, it's the local code. Okay, the value there, that's what we want. We don't want the label. And when you select on option the label, when you don't have a value, you select what you put as here as a value. So basically, we're gonna catch the value. So let's check if it's working. And there we go. Look at that. So when we change, I'm going to put the, yes, it's a bit dumb. I think we have to do this. And which is really weird for me is that, yeah, it is working, guys. Amazing. But the thing is that now if I put German, there's nothing else. If I put Espanol, there's nothing. Yes, that's not very great. But that's really cool. I'm really happy. Yes, you saw Ozarus? You saw? Yeah, that's the thing. So you can switch from a language to another one. It's easy to understand. It's really cool. So now, as you see, I change from a language, and later I can set directly the language. So let's do some CSS now. So I don't want to have any outline there. And yeah, so you need to manually translate. Yes, actually, you don't need to manually translate. Here you got the locals, okay? You got the model there. You see, it's a JSON. And when you click to switch, actually what I did there is that on my main.js file, I've created this create a18n, and then I'm pushing on messages, actually, which is the databases of the JSONs, actually, not the databases, sorry, the JSON. There I got my language with by entrance English. Actually, it's this, which is done. But here English and FR. And in my local here, I got the code. And when I switch from the code, he understands that he has to switch to the JSON file related. All right, so right now I got Spanish, German, French, but yeah, whatever. So when I click there, I want to change, and it is working, which is really cool. Understood? That's what I wanted to do. Okay, so this is done. Yeah, that's really cool, and that's really useful. That's really useful. It's called Vue.18n. Vue.18n, and it's the same on Next.js, and you got the same on Next.js. It's a library that helps you to create internationalization. So most of the time when you do a project, my friend, always try to internationalize from the start. It's really, really useful, you know, really, really useful, because later maybe you will need to, you will need to translate your project. So that's what is cool with that. So now we see that I can switch the language in my app, and it's really, really useful. So let's just dive a bit deeper into it. So now we see that on my home, I'm using home, but it's really dumb. What I should use here, it's on my header. So I'm going to change all the, you will see here on my header, as you see, I got text, and I don't want to have text. I want to switch from a language to another one. So I would have a title, okay, on my header, which would be the French title. So here I'm on French right now, okay, and then I have a button called Start a Project. So let's say that I'm calling Start, and I would write it in French. So créer une page, all right. And then I will put it in English, you will see. Créer une page, then I got login, and got login, which will be connection. All right. So now what I can do is that here, as you see, between the curly brackets, I can loop through what? Through the model of the header. So here I got my button, which was the button Start. And then I have here the login. Okay, so I got login, and then I got the button there. Oh, I got a problem somewhere. What's happening? What happened? Okay, let me look at that. Oh, it's okay, it's done. So I got login there. So home.title and stuff. So if I go, you see, when it's not when it's not translated, you have the path and you have to translate. But if I go on the French version, look, it automatically changed to the language I want. So Ozarus, in the future, for better internationalization, you will need to localize by IP or something instead of a selective thing. No, Ozarus, look what you can do. What you can do is that there's two ways of doing it. When you log to the application, basically it's always in English. But when you switch on French, we will later put in the local storage something that will give us actually the access to the cookie or something like this, and then we will switch. We can do it just after. Let me just finish my demonstration. So here I got a model, and the model has to be the same everywhere. But the difference here, I'm on English, and here I'm on French. So basically, here I will have my home, and start, it was create a page, okay. And login, it's login, okay. And up there, of course, it's this, which is really dumb, because if I already write a key somewhere, I don't need to have it in double. So I can delete this home thing. And I don't know where is he again, but I got to remove it. It's not on my app. I think it's on my header. Here, you see, it's very dumb. What I can use is directly header.title. Okay, so here it's in English, and then I switch in French. Okay, so now let's put to the local storage the current language we want to display. And basically we are already wrong, because in our local component that we got here, it's supposed to be every time in the good language. So here, if I switch to French, there we go, and stuff. So let's say that when I switch to French, it's not on English. How can I do this? By using the local storage. So if you look at local storage, okay, window.local storage on the developer Mozilla official documentation, down there you see that you can set items. So let's see that when I select, okay, so here I'm going to remove this, and well, actually I'm going to put that, okay. And let's say that every time I select a new language, what I want to set as a language, it's the lang itself, okay? I want to set the item. So look at that. Now I'm on my application there, and when I will switch to French, here I got this entrance in my local storage with lang and fr. And what I want to do when I initialize this component, I want to check if there is this entrance, and if there is this one, we gonna do it. So basically we will have a function called set lang, okay, and this function will be launched every time the component is initialized, so at mounted basically. And we're gonna check lang, okay, and if there is a lang, please yes, you see, that's cool. That's so cool. Look at this. He wrote for me the code. How amazing is this? If there is a lang, it's going to set the lang anyway. So I update, okay, and there's a lang, but it doesn't do it. I don't know why. Where are we now? Look at lang, local set. Let me check that console log lang. All right. And if it doesn't make it, local.value is equal to lang target.value local storage. So we've got the lang, and let me check why it doesn't do it. Home.title. It does it. Sorry, it's doing it. It's just our button is not reactive. So when I update again, so I'm going to remove this. Okay, cool. I'm going to put French, and then I'm going to put English. Now it's in English. So when I get back, it's in English. And when I put it to French, I update, it's in French normally. And I don't get the home title in French. No, it's just because I've been wrong in what I'm doing there. It's here. I'm not supposed to have this. Let me look at this. And where is my header called? Because it's not called anymore. No. It was good. It was good. My bad. All right, cool. It's just that here it's in English on by default. And what we want to have is a V model. So I think our V model will be here. And we can say current lang, which will be an empty ref, which is actually, no, it's local.value. So V model would be current lang then. And I think we can do this. So there we go. French. Okay, let me see something. So we got our current lang up there. In live, it's always more difficult to do. English. So it's supposed to be in English, but the thing is, I understand. There we go. There we go, guys. There we go. So what did I do? Now, when I change my language up there, it's set up for me in my local storage, my lang. And when I update, I arrive on my lang. But if I go on French there, and then I have French, I update, and as you see, I stay in French. Okay. So yes, that was very interesting to do and to work with. Yeah. If you got question on that, do not hesitate to put comments on this video. And yeah, Osiris, that's fire. You see? That's crazy, no? That's really cool, because later I will translate the whole application there and do my own stuff. And that will be very cool, because I want this project to be international. And yeah, that will be very, very cool. Thank you for watching this live. It was a short live. I'm sorry, but we are on Sunday. And I'm really happy to do lives all the time, as much as I can. Yeah, I will do a lot of videos on this application, because I want to release it on the web as soon as possible. And yeah, I'm really happy about this YouTube channel and everybody that's following me and people I exchange with. If you don't follow, please follow me and put a like on this video, put a comment and stuff. I hope you enjoyed, guys, and yeah, tell me if you like lives. I will maybe do more. Thank you very much, and see you. Ciao. Have a good week, by the way.